Yeah.
So we're here with Lila Garrett,
Yeah.
veteran actress, director, producer, writer,
Right.
who,
And wonderful person. Let's not forget that.
of course,
Yeah.
who started off in theater and segued into television and film. A lot of people these days don't start off in theater. We're talking about, this is for our
Do we have to sit right in front of my kitchen?
your kitchen looks very pretty, Ma.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Besides,
realize that.
yeah,
Okay.
it's nice for you to see your kitchen since you're never in it. So
Yeah.
the thing is, Lila,
Yeah.
this is part of our course From Nervous to Nerveless. So I want to talk to you about stage fright. What does one experience when they experience an attack of nerves for either an audition or performance? Tell us about
A
that.
complete loss of control. Complete
Right.
loss of control. You know you're going on stage, and a minute before you get on stage, or perhaps several minutes before, you completely lose your character and you have no way to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
No way. And some people say, well, when you get on stage and you're on for a few minutes, you get it back. I found that when I felt stage fright, I never got it back.
Okay. I have heard both, by the way. I've also experienced both. There are times that you hit your stride, you have something that is just a comfortable spot in the piece, and then you're sailing.
Right.
But those opening moments are important. And if it's an audition, sometimes there's not enough time for you to get your stride. So,
I never got nervous in an audition.
So you didn't get nervous in an audition, but you did in performance. Most people the opposite, by the way.
No, I never got nervous in an audition because I always felt, or I mostly felt, that I knew more than the person for whom I was auditioning.
Well, I'm sure you're probably right. But look at, Barbara Streisand, she quit appearing live because of stage fright. You'd think that she would know she already has the approval.
Of course.
You used a word when we were doing a pre-interview about this. You said it's something that starts with a P.
Something that starts with a P.
Um,
And what did I use the something that starts with a P with?
You said stage fright is P word Eliza.
Paralyzing.
That's right.
It must have been paralyzing.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think goes on psychologically? Why does this happen, and how does the paralysis manifest? Although you said a little bit about that already, but why does this happen?
Because suddenly you aren't seeking a creative experience where you are able to turn yourself into someone else, which is a very creative experience.
Right.
And it's kind of a universally creative experience. I mean, when you paint a picture, you in the forest, it's what Picasso said. When I go into a forest, I get green indigestion. And I paint a green picture. But you're not able to get green indigestion because the audience is in the way.
Oh, I see.
And instead of concentrating on getting into the character, you sort of, that went off.
No, it didn't. It's still right there.
You're concentrating on conveying an impression to an audience, which is really what acting is.
Right, right.
And the word audience is the killer word.
I see.
You see?
Okay.
I mean, I'm guessing, but I think that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like someone watching you do something that in a weird way you'd rather do privately.
And in a weird way you'd rather do privately. I never act privately.
Exactly.
Does anybody?
No, and people talk a lot about connecting with the audience and wanting to work in front of an audience, but you're right. You can rehearse all you want and you're not nervous until the audience gets there.
Right.
Is this about approval? Is this about wanting to have enough control so that you do it the way you want to do it, in the zone, and fearing that you won't be able to push that button that time? Where does it come from?
I don't know. I don't think it's about approval. I think it's about feeling that you have got this character nailed.
Right.
And now suddenly the character has died and is gone. And there you are. And what are you going to do when you get there?
Okay, well, that's because of the nerves. I'm saying, why do the nerves even happen? Why do they even happen? And when do they not happen?
When I was in college, they never happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're in a leadership position, when you're teaching or demonstrating, when you are the biggest pro in the show,
right,
are those the times they don't happen?
No, I'll tell you when they don't happen.
When?
They don't happen when I make a public speech.
Okay.
And I know exactly what I know my subject, and I know exactly what I'm going to say,
Okay.
and I also know the opening joke.
Okay, good. All right. So it is a matter of control. In other words,
Yeah.
it's confidence in the fact that every time you do it, you're going to do it exactly the way you want to do it.
Yeah, because when you make a public speech, you're speaking from a position of conviction. You're speaking from something that comes from within you.
Right.
But when you act,
yeah,
you have become another character.
Yeah.
And that other character is not sustaining you when you're communicating with an audience, so you're all mixed up and so on. You just want to get out of there.
Some people, it's the opposite. They're fine as actors, but they don't want to make a public speech. You realize that, right?
Right. Well, and I suspect that I was a very good actress when I was in college. I won the Critics Award at Wisconsin for Anna Christie.
That's great.
And the Critics Award was given by the critics on the various periodicals, not on the college periodicals. So it was a big deal. And when I came out and I went to the actor's studio eventually, and then one day, I don't know when, I guess, I don't remember what I was doing, some little thing, and I suddenly said, this is ridiculous. Why am I pretending to be this person? I don't even like her.
Ah, okay. So the fact that
this is just gone.
No, it's right there. It's right. Don't worry about it. It's being recorded. So don't worry about that. That's just something else that came up. Okay, so in other words, what you're saying here kind of is that you're if you feel committed to the material, you do better. If you believe in the material, you do better. That's
well, first I have to believe in my hair.
Okay.
Which
right.
I'm now
That's
fixing.
very
Okay.
good. Okay, it's good.
If I believe in the material, I do better. Yeah. I would say it's more active than that. If I feel passionately about the material.
Okay. All right. Passion.
If I talk about peace.
Right.
If I talk about, politicians and elected officials that lie to us constantly.
Right.
A government that lies about our arms and who we kill.
Right.
Those are things I feel very passionately about.
Okay.
I'm not in the least bit nervous about that.
Okay, so it sounds like if you have the right fuel in your tank,
right,
right, then you're good. You're good to go.
Right.
And I think that that's very key for anybody, whether it's a singer, a musician, a violinist, a harp player, an ice skater, an athlete, anybody who is basically a performer.
Right.
Anybody who's doing anything public, anyone can get a paralyzing attack of nerves. In the movie Amy, Tony Bennett is one of the people who says, the more talented you are, the more afflicted you can be.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why that would be
the
true.
more famous you are, because you have higher stakes, and the more accomplished you are, the more you start to wonder if you're a fraud. And I think that that's because all the accolades, they don't ever really get to our core. And in our core, we realize we're just simple mortal people.
Right. But in Amy's case, the more drunk you are, the more scared you are.
Yes, I understand. Okay.
Because she was really blind when she went out there.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I think that, for you, it sounds like that passion, which is partly based on anger, indignation over injustice, that helps you.
It's not based on anger, Eliza.
Well, you're angry at anger. You're angry at violence, let's say. So
I am frustrated about it, and I am also very sympathetic with those who have been victims of violence.
That's great. So that helps you know where you are. So I think that if you're going to say to somebody that when they're going to go into a room to audition or go on stage to perform or out onto a field to perform or onto an ice skating rink.
Right. You really want me to perform in an ice skating rink?
I think
under any circumstance?
I think you could do anything. But I think they have to be sure they have the right fuel in their tank. That's one of the things that we'll talk about. And I do think that for some people, being in the position of teacher, professor, alpha person can help. So I know that for me, when I'm casting, I do my best work as an actor. And there's definitely no nerves because I'm there to facilitate someone else.
That's right.
And
you're not on the line.
Right. So it has a lot to do with how much you feel is on the line. So you have to keep a perspective. But this is a very worthy subject because if you get an attack of nerves and you're great, and it makes you less than great because, like you said, you have no control, things can go wrong, and then you try to do kind of an imitation of when it was good,
Right.
of when it was relaxed. It can really eat away at you can change your mind about yourself and think you suck when you don't. And that's unfortunate. I hate to see people give up on account of something like that.
Well, does this mean that I should go back into acting?
I've already put you back into acting, as you know. So,
Eliza, you know what I think?
What do you
I think you're tremendous. I think you're the smartest person I know.
Thank you.
And I think you're gorgeous.
Thank
and
you.
I'm very happy you're my daughter. And now the time is up.
Okay, we're going to
Because
share
I must dash.
You can dash.
So thank you for curing me.
Right, you're going to see a movie, the Polar Bear movie, right, with Mark Ruffalo?
Right.
Who, by the way, is a great actor, who, when he gets nervous, he's not so great. I know this for a fact. And he asks for more takes, more tries to get himself settled and focused.
And he's also a person who has wonderful politics.
He certainly does.
So we love Mark Ruffalo, whether he's nervous or not.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Lila Garrett, for this segment of From Nervous to Nerveless.
Thank you for curing me.
Okay. Can you say the date today?
Yeah, but if I can think of it. Today is July 5th.
Yes.
2015, believe it or not.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great kitchen there, Mom.
Thank you. I ought to go in it. You're right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.